Alright, now it looks like webcam is working for part 2 of the video of doing our Photoshop project. Like I said, I would get started on it yesterday. So now, what I'm gonna do is, give me a second. Alright, so now we can open up Photoshop. If you don't have it open already, you can go ahead and open it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about what we're doing is we're actually gonna start scaling images in Photoshop. That's our project we're gonna work on. So if you just open up Photoshop right away, let's go File, New, okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how to save it. So this is what pops up, and give me a second. It says what we should save it as. So it doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyway. Let's move that over there. Okay, so we should be saving this file. Name doesn't matter as much, but how you save it matters more. So go ahead and type in the name. You can write it scaling, image scale. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some examples first, okay? First we need to look at some examples of it, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at some examples, right? So some examples of it would be like this, right? Let's put it over there. So it's called scale changes, okay? And then you can see over here, are we still recording? Okay. So as you can see over here, we've got this rhino over here, which is huge, okay? Now, and it looks like he's crushing this building, I guess, okay? And it looks pretty fun. I mean, probably fun. I mean, it looks cool, you know? We have this rhino, which we enlarged. We made him so big, like the size of an elephant, and then he's crushing this type of uh, house, I guess. I guess a house. Probably, well, not just one house, but still, place where you live. Here we have, so it looks like a deer to me, I would say. A deer crushing some houses again in like some city area again. But notice how it's really big. Okay, we enlarged, we scaled it to be bigger. Okay, and it's looking down. And look at just how big it is. Like, look how realistic everything looks. Like the foreground, the background, everything. Look how cool it looks. So we're gonna try to make something like this. Okay. Um, we have another one over here. Maybe this is a panda, I think, and he's just crushing this house right over here, and it looks pretty cool. Now, we're not trying to make like a virtual background or anything where we can try to take two images. So I want you guys to take two images, okay? One, and we're not gonna do animals. You need one image, at least one human, okay? And what we're gonna do, and then you can choose one picture with at least a background, or you can do more, okay? But you need at least two pictures, and I have my pictures already uploaded and everything. I'll show you guys them in a second. So, why I said you need a human, we're not gonna do an animal, we're gonna do a human. So just think instead of doing an animal, what you could do with a human. Think about the possibilities for a second. And for this, it doesn't have to be you, it could be anybody else who wants, but I'm gonna do myself. If you want, you can choose somebody else, okay? And then you can choose a background. For example, like here we have one of the house. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one picture of the animal, scale that, and then take their background, and then put them together. And we're gonna try and see if we can create something like this, okay? Here's another one. Not exactly sure what this animal is, but still, it looks pretty cool, you know? This is probably some, like, um, rural place, I would say, just looking at the buildings, but still look at scale, and, well, here we have some clothes on Clothesline, and just look at how big it looks, you know, it's as tall as a building. Right, look at this. This is a monkey or a chimp, and it's probably a construction site or something. Either way, it's huge. Maybe I don't know if it destroyed something, but just look at it. You know how big it is and everything. Okay, so these are some examples. Okay, yeah, you don't have to. We're not. I mean, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to make something of someone destroying something, or you can try to do whatever you want. Look at this one. I'd say maybe it's like a bunny with like bunny ears, and then just looking up. Alright, so those are some examples. Now there's some more fun, okay? This is probably one of my favorite. So to do this one, I want to see if we can do like this, but here's the problem, okay? So this one is look like, so we got a lady over here and she's looking at this man whose head is just chopped off. Now, we can take heads off with the chroma key tool, which we know how to do, but it's just more to it than that, okay? Our faces look very 2D, okay? They're just stickers. They can just stick on anybody's body. But this is more, it looks more 3D, more visual, more realistic, which is kind of why it's harder. So what you would have to do is you'd be sideways, and then you have to just slice the head off, which is not something the elliptical marquee can do, okay? You'll just get a straight up face, which is nothing but just a plain old 2D simple sticker, and this is gonna be pretty hard to do. But I love this one. It's still one of my favorite ones, okay? Again, so for this one, obviously, you think that the face was the original size? No, they had to scale the head, the face, right, in order to make this. Alright? This one, we've got a girl, and she's huge, okay? And I think that's some sort of like, village, I guess, where it snows and we can see the mountains. And it looks like she's actually putting powder, like, on top of the snow. So, this is also a pretty cool one, you know. Obviously, she's not that big. They scaled her to make her that big, right? And everything else looks pretty realistic. This one, instead of making the person big, we make the person small, like really small, okay? And no, I'm not asking you to go and get an individual background. I'm not asking you to go and buy a green screen. We can do all this in Photoshop itself. Alright, so to do this one, instead of making them bigger, you always make them smaller. Now, there's one tool called the Distort tool in Photoshop. I don't know if you guys have worked with that, which basically makes a person flat. And that's really helpful if you don't want anything standing up straight, if you just want to be flat like layers. The Distort tool comes pretty handy. But it looks like this guy, he's skiing on top of the snow, and the snow looks like it's on top of an ice cream cone. But this is still a great example of using scale. Now, one thing you may notice is this background doesn't perfectly match. I mean, they're both blue, but it's still fine, okay? Alright, here's another one. Here we have, again, this one was also a shrink. Here we have some cereal in a bowl, alright? You guys probably know what kind of cereal that is. Maybe not. And over here, we have a ladder, and it looks like she's climbing up to get it with the shovel. And the shovel, or maybe some small thing to scoop with, but either way, she shrunk, and they scaled her down to make this kind of image. And people scale images, people all the time. Maybe if you see a movie, like something really small, movies they probably have more effects, but in Photoshop, if you see ever an image, they scale them down. Okay, I'll show you guys in a second. Here we have, this is probably one of my favorites. I know it looks simple, yet still pretty cool. Like an artist made this. So here was a person, probably on a farm. This is a tractor to me. And then you see this really big bird. Birds are not that big. At least I know. So they scaled the bird to make it really big, okay? And, so if you can make it this big, then it's still pretty cool. And all I'm asking for this, does this look really hard? Once you know how to do it, I'm pretty sure all of you guys can get this done in probably 10 minutes max if you just want to do a simple drawing. Okay? We have another one over here with planets, and, now, my question is, what did they scale in this image, okay? What do you think got scaled in this image, okay? I mean, there's really no right or wrong answer, but what do you think kind of got scaled in this image? Was it, the cloud, the sky, the space? Did the hand get scaled? Here we actually have a couple of things getting scaled. Now, obviously, this isn't the actual planets, but the point is they are probably scaled. Here we're looking at distance and proportion. The hand is really big. They're trying to show how the hand is bigger than the planets, and it's just grasping and reaching out, like you just take the planets away. Nobody can actually do that because the planets are way more heavier and the temperatures are way too different, okay? And this isn't even space, so I don't know if the planets got there, but still, scale image. Alright, and all over here, I didn't notice that there are actually people watching this happen. So, you can show how much scaled effect happened in this one. This one, I would say they probably scaled her, and probably her background, or maybe they just scaled this animal. I think they probably just scaled the animal, that's probably what they did. Alright, probably this, deer, I guess. They probably just scaled it and brought it down. I'm pretty sure they probably scaled her. Just made this bigger, I guess. And I think this is the last one. No, we have one more anyway. This one, they obviously scaled this fish over here. Hashtag FernandTheFish62. Noah, if you're watching this, or if Noah is watching this video, then you know what I mean. Alright, but either way. there's this fish over here, and she's looking at it, and the fish has been scaled. And this is the last one. Yes, here we have two people scaled. That's I'm pretty sure. This looks more like virtual background, but still, I don't know if an artist would still scale it to make the guy part of the boat. I'm pretty sure his body's not in that really small space of water. They scaled it to make his shoulder part of the boat. And this guy, it might be the same guy, but obviously not. See, this guy's bald, this guy's black hair, but still, they scaled both of them. So now that you guys got an idea of scale, now I'm not asking you to really try your hardest and like make 10 people small, 10 people big. You would probably know how to do that, but if you do, then this should be pretty simple for you, okay? We don't really work on making people small, so we're gonna try and see if this project is fun enough to work. If not, I'll explain it along the way, okay? And this video, either way, has to end by 11:11, regardless. When I have time, it's 10:36 a.m. right now. Alright, let's get started. So, the first thing I need to do is move my Google stuff over here, because I need to look at Photoshop now, and I know I left this screen open for you guys. I just wanted to quickly go and show the example. Let's let mine open. So let me show you guys exactly what you need to save it as we're ready to start the project actually. Alright, so let's see. So there are some images. I showed you guys two example images. One could be a person, maybe just a person sitting somewhere. One could be a couple of people in a cafeteria, and you can make maybe the cafeteria big or smaller, or maybe just a guy. It doesn't really matter what the picture's file is. It could be a PNG, JPG, JPEG, which is still JPEG. They're pretty much the same, and it's pretty much your choice. Okay. So once you have your person, and just a normal person, a normal background and everything, and then your background that you want to put them in, and then we're ready to get started with the project now, okay? There will be another evaluation. Remember with the last project we did one, but that's at the end when we're done. And I want to get this done by, not this Friday, but next Friday, with everything. This, the evaluation, everything. So we're going to get started right now, okay? And then I'll make videos along the way until we get there. So we're probably not going to finish today, but, when we do continue it, I want to show you guys just what are the next steps, okay? So this is the scale project, and this project is basically about making a piece of art, and we're going to use exaggeration of scale, which is a relationship, to make a statement, tell a story, or convey an idea, okay? So in this project, we're going to learn three things: how to seamlessly bend a piece of one file onto another. That's number one. Next is create shadows to help plant an image into the picture plane. And third is use different tools for selection. I'm going to do all of these, but still, we're going to try to review them. And so we're going to increase and decrease the scale of our person. Okay, so whoever the person is, we're probably going to scale those units that are actually either going to get bigger or they're going to get smaller, okay? And this person must be a human, no animal, no pet, nothing else. I mean, if you want to bring in a pet, sure, but you need at least one human, okay? This project, don't think this is a boring project. It's actually fun, okay? You guys can, if you have, I don't know if you guys have creative muscle in you, but if you do, you can easily express yourself, you know, with your feelings, okay? You can show how fun you're having. You can be really scary, make a scary image. You can be sad, you know, politically or socially concerned. And then you just really express yourself, okay, is what we're looking for. And we're going to go over a couple principles of art and our computer composition. So in our visual design, we're going to go over some tools. So we're going to look at some elements of art, which is basically line, shape, form, value, texture, color, and space. And then for the art design, we're going to go over balance, the balance, everything is equaled out. The emphasis, strongly emphasizing something, kind of the opposite. Unity, like together, a variety of the opposites. So we're going to do a couple of opposites, like, variety, like something else. Like we're going to do a rhythm or a pattern, movement, and lastly, proportion, which is another really important thing. Alright, so first of all, what we're going to save it as, it needs to be an 8 by 10. Now, this says 10 by 8. Is that the exact same thing? Okay, first of all, a lot of people wonder what's the difference between having width of 10 and a height of 8, and like, does it really make a difference? Width of 10 and height of 8 is more like a portfolio kind of shot where basically it is what it is, your width's going to be longer and your height's going to be shorter, okay? So before we get into the height, first I want to make sure everything else at the bottom is correct, okay? So we need to do, for color mode, RGB color, and for color profile, do Adobe RGB 1998. This one. Square pixels is fine, leave that alone. White, it's fine, we don't need to really worry about that. Right? 8-bit is fine for the color mode. Pixels and inches, that's generally always how we go with resolution. If you guys want to change it, you should probably. I'm gonna do a 400 resolution, right? And orientation, leave it centered. Okay, we don't really need to do anything else with that. Now 8 by 10. What is that? 8 by 10. And that is an 8 by 10. Yes. Here's the kind of flip it. Okay, and PSD format. Let's see. I'd say it's more so this one, 8 by 10, but then they make it a 10 by 8. So, 8 by 10. What is an 8 by 10? Okay, like, is it width first, or is it the width last? Now that's a good question. Alright, fine. So an 8 by 10 is when the width is 8 and the height is 10. Okay? Here the width was 10. We need the width to be 8. So this is an 8 by 10, 400 resolution, RGB mode. That's correct, that's correct. And just call it scale project. Okay, now we're ready to get started. Okay, so scale project. And then create. Alright, let's look at this. So you can just go ahead and close everything else. We don't really need it right now. Yes, sure. I really don't need that anymore. My old face swap stuff. Sure, save, I guess. I don't know why you needed to recover that. I'll let you guys finish. Save that and I'll close your. Fine, I'll save that, I guess. Sure. Just a fun project because I really just wanted to do something simple. Okay, there. Alright. Now, we don't need that anymore. You know, I already say yes to that. Fine, recovered. Alright, it's gone. And the zoom to move tool. This first thing we're going to do is control O, and we're going to start importing our images in. So let's go ahead and do that. All my images are always in my downloads. And I downloaded them today at 10:24, and the other one also 10:24. One of them has made, one of them has a backyard in it, and maybe I might add some other stuff into it, so let's go ahead and start importing those two images. So there's me, and then there's my background of my backyard. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take me and why look like that. You don't want, okay, I need a picture, I'll just take it up standing, and then I did that. And now, you guys know what I do. Control A, Control C, Control V. Are you sure? Okay. And then Control A, Control C. Leave them open. Let me close them now. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. And now, just do Control T. And let's start transforming this guy, okay? Let's make him a little bigger. By bigger, I mean like this, and then just a little bigger, okay? Till he fits up the background. Make that big. And give him a minute to finish scaling. Or scaling. doing the image resolution stuff. So like that. There we go. So I'm gonna call layer 1. I'm gonna call layer 1 me. Okay. Now here we layer 2. Notice how layer 2 is always on top of layer 1 because it's above on the layers panel. Now the question is, we obviously don't want this to happen. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to go ahead and first of all, we obviously don't even need my old background. We're gonna try and remove me from my background, okay? And there are a couple ways you can actually do this, okay? One is pretty cool, I'd say. So you can, here, let's search it up. How to remove yourself from an image in Photoshop. I think you can do this in Paint 3D, but I just want to do it in Photoshop, okay? Alright, there we go. There's this website which can tell me how to do it. I don't have time for videos. I'm making one right now, so. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we need to do, okay? Alright, so first thing we need to do we need to use this tool, the selection lasso tool, which I believe is this tool right over here. Right, this lasso tool, that's it. And we're going to trace our person, okay? So how are we going to trace them? And you can do this in Paint 3D, but still we don't need to. First of all, I don't want half of me getting cut out of the shot. And I know, actually, no, I don't know. This is what I need to do. First of all, I need to actually make myself smaller. Okay, because smaller because I need this. That's it. The bottom part of my body wasn't in the picture because I didn't record that, so it's just gonna be this part of me, okay? Now, with the lasso tool, here, let's go to the move tool. Let's move the background a little bit for some time. Now let's go to the lasso tool. Now we're just gonna start lassoing around. Okay, try to be as close as you can with this, okay? Try not to remove any crucial parts of your body. Right around the ear. Okay, because it's very important. I mean, yes, we can do this later, but we don't need to. Just keep tracing. And now come over here. And then move down. And then keep on moving till we're done. And now we have selected my face. So now what we can do is we can just we're the wrong layer. We need to go with me. Now we can easily move this away. And now isn't that simple, okay? Now notice how it's still doing this selection. Like notice how it's still doing that. And if you try to actually fit it back, notice how it doesn't fit perfectly anymore. Right, that's fine though, okay? Don't worry too much about that. But just look at how it captured my body, you know? And just like took a couple parts of me out, just like dragged it down. So now, if you wanted to control T this, and make me bigger now, right, boom, you're done. Okay. Oh, we're not. Okay, so now we gotta get rid of this, okay? This. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to isolate the layers. No, not isolate, I mean... Alright, it's annoying. Take me, and layer 2 over there. Okay, that's fine. Go back to me. Take... Okay, this doesn't mean anything to me anymore, okay? Right click. Me. Just me. Alright, now I'm gonna take the eraser tool. And I can't even erase when I can. Alright, let's do this. Let's go back here. here, take an elliptical marquee tool, all of this. Use the move tool, move it, then delete it. Now, do it again. Big old circle, right over there. Take it, delete it. Once you guys have a better idea on what to do, I'll just use the lasso tool again. And then just lasso right over it. Alright, it captured some unnecessary stuff. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just using the eyedropper tool, I guess. Alright. Now, let's use the object selection tool. Alright, let's do this now. Let's see. I want to remove this part of me from the original shot, right? So, let's do this. Alright, just select where you want it. Move tool, move it out. This is getting annoying, so let's try this now, okay? Here. Just do this, okay? Just open up. Let's do this. Just open up Paint 3D. Right, do a new project. Okay. So that's not working. Let's open up the extract tool. Oh yeah, but you guys can't see it because I'm covering it up, so I need to be moved over here. Anyway, so all I'm doing is this. Okay, I'll use the move tool now. Alright, hold on a second. Let's open up the extract tool. So it says image, extract. Once you extract it, so it says image, or here, this. Wait, that's the image. Alright, let's do this, okay? Take yourself first. Alright, this is why I said don't click all of it, okay? And now, do this, okay? Double click the background. Alright, now call it layer 0, okay? Now open the extract tool, image. And if extract isn't there, then do this. Alt. Or here, try this. Control X. Boom. Now. Hold on. Control C. Take the elliptical marquee tool. Right? I said take the elliptical marquee tool. I can't do that for some reason. Or now I can. Take the elliptical marquee tool. Alright, no, that's not gonna work. Better idea. Just go ahead and paint through the end loop there. Alright, let's go to new project. Alright, let's go to menu. Open. Not open. Insert. Right now. So now just go and find the file. Should be in your downloads. Alright. Then open it. Okay. So now that it's there, go to Magic Select. Okay. And now click the next button. Okay. Now, obviously, we're going to see if we need to add or remove some stuff from the background. Alright? Alright, so is there anything else we need to add? So I'm gonna go ahead and add some stuff. and just marker over what you would like to add, and that'll also be selected in it. So I notice how it's missing some of this stuff. So I want to make sure that all of it gets in the image. Okay, some of this part of me is getting cut out. Alright. Okay. Okay. Now go to remove and then start removing some stuff. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now click done. Okay. Now you got yourself in your background, in your virtual background, okay? So now what I'll do with this is now right click and delete this, okay? Now I'm gonna do menu, and I'm gonna hit save as, and I'm gonna save as image, okay? And PNG is fine, everything else is fine, but notice how it doesn't save me in the middle. So if you click on transparency, right, to give myself, and boom, transparent background, okay? Now I'm gonna hit save. But notice how it doesn't put me right in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna call this Sid with no background. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my 2020 folder. I'm gonna save it. Okay. Now, if you guys do have paint.net, which I don't have either, it's fine. Okay. You don't need to worry about it too much if it's centered or not, okay? Because we can fix it in Photoshop. Now, if you go to Photoshop, now if you go to Scale Project, now if you just delete everything, okay? Just delete both the layers, okay? Then we're just gonna focus on getting the first part done. Okay, that's fine then. Right click, now click delete layer. Yes, delete layer 2, which means the background is gone. Now we're gonna delete me as well. Yes. Now we're gonna take the selection and I'm just gonna backspace it. Okay. Okay, now it's got a black head. Wow. So now what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna have to do something about this. Oh, I know. I'll just get this. I have a better idea. Get this tool. Circle everything. scale project, 8x10 RGB, make this, Adobe RGB 1998, create. Alright, we're gonna make a new one. This time go File, Open. Now go to Quick Access, and let's get myself with no background. Open that, and we've got myself over here with no background. Now we're just gonna do a Control A, a Control C, and then a Control V. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we'll zoom out first. Now what we're going to do is we're going to elliptical marquee tool me. Okay. And then take the move tool and then move myself. And now we're going to go right. Actually, no, don't do that. It's fine. Here, I'll do this. I'll delete myself first. Yes. Alright, so there's just me. Oh, it's the move tool. The move tool can't do it. Yay! Alright, so now let's make myself bigger, sure. Right click. No, go to Image. Go to image size, and now we're gonna look at how we can scale this image, okay? So one way we can do it is simple. Just go Edit, Transform, Scale, okay? And now we can just make him bigger. Okay. And now just go home. Give it time. Okay, to adjust. Now let's open up our background. Open. And we're actually gonna move it down, and we're gonna actually we're gonna do this. Okay. Let's see. What did I need? What did I need? What did I need? Oh, let's see. This is what I needed. Open. Alright, so now Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm gonna need to put myself on top of layer 2, okay? So layer 2 cannot come in front of me. And I'm gonna move myself here for some time, okay? Now I'm gonna Control T. First, I'm just gonna make this image bigger, okay? I'm not really gonna. I don't really worry about scaling as much as other stuff, so it's fine if I just make this like this big. Okay, it's fine if I did that. Right, but obviously this looks pretty boring. Okay. Hey, look, I scale myself. Well, not really. I mean, I could have just distorted myself. Now, actually, now we're gonna go to layer 2. We're gonna go to Edit. We're gonna go to Transform, and now we're gonna click Distort. And now pin it down like it's a flat bottom layer. Look at that. Now that it's pretty much flat, now you guys, now what can you do? Okay, I'm gonna end the video soon. I have to, okay? This is going on for more than 30 minutes. But now we need to start thinking, okay, on what we should do next, alright? So we really need to figure out what to scale now, and like what we should be scaling and how we should scale it properly. But you guys can come up with all these ideas on your own. That's pretty much it for today. I'll make another video tomorrow, and then another video, and another video, and another. but slowly we'll get this thing done. Okay, that's it for now. Just getting your files uploaded. That's really this part of the video. Again, getting it just taken if you haven't already. And I think that looks good for now. We'll see you guys next time.